Can you just talk about osteoporosis versus arthritis?
So arthritis, Nikhil, essentially is inflammation in the joints of your body. The word arthro means joints and itis means inflammation. So arthritis is essentially a broad umbrella term which tells you that there is inflammation in the joint. But there are again various types of arthritis. You can have osteoarthritis, rheumatoid arthritis, gouty arthritis, ankylosing spondylitis, psoriatic arthritis. So there are a lot of different types of arthritis, but let's touch upon the 2-3 main types of arthritis. So what is osteoarthritis? Osteoarthritis is essentially age-related wear and tear of the joints in your body, and this largely affects the larger joints of the body, such as the hips and the knees, and is often seen usually in patients who are above the age of 50 to 60. On the other hand, you have rheumatoid arthritis. So what is rheumatoid arthritis? It's an autoimmune disorder. What do we mean by autoimmune? Means the immune system in your body or your immunity is affected, which is why your body immune system believes that the joints of your body, whether it's your fingers, toes, shoulder, hip, that all these joints don't essentially belong to you, but they belong to someone else, or it's a foreign part in your body, and which is why your immune system starts attacking these joints. So that is what is called as rheumatoid arthritis, which is commonly seen in females in the age of 40 to 60. Similarly, another autoimmune issue is ankylosing spondylitis, where your body again progressively becomes stiffer in the neck and your spine. Another type of arthritis is called as what is associated with gout, which is called as gouty arthritis. In gout, what happens is there is increase in the amount of uric acid in your body. So gout was essentially called as the king's disease. Why king's disease? Because it was associated with your diet. If you have a diet which is essentially rich in red meat, wine, beer, processed and sugary foods, then this leads to gout because there is an increase in the amount of purine or associated protein that you're consuming. So it was often in olden days associated with those people who are quite wealthy or who are from the royal family, because they would have this type of diet. And this is often seen when you get an acute pain in your great toe. So that is what is called as gout. Now, why is it important to differentiate these types of arthritis? Is because the treatment again is different. For example, it's not just about pain control or controlling the inflammation in the joint. It's important to differentiate between osteoarthritis and rheumatoid arthritis. In osteoarthritis, your pain essentially becomes worse with activity and it improves with rest. Whereas in rheumatoid arthritis, it's the opposite. So activity makes the pain better or reduces the pain, whereas rest essentially worsens the pain. So let's say you have two patients and one patient tells me that, doctor, I wake up in the morning, I'm feeling fresh, I go for my morning walk, but after 10 to 15 minutes, my knees start hurting a lot and then I just can't walk anymore. That's osteoarthritis. And on the other hand, if you have a patient that tells you, doctor, when I wake up in the morning, my body is stiff, my fingers and toes are quite stiff, I have quite a task in getting out of bed, but I push myself to go for a morning walk. The first 5-10 minutes are difficult, but once I walk for 10 minutes, I feel great, and then I can even walk up to an hour. That's rheumatoid arthritis. So that is why it's important to differentiate the type of arthritis, because for rheumatoid arthritis, you have to do some blood tests and start different categories of medications. Whereas for osteoarthritis, again, the treatment is quite different. So that's why it's important to understand what the various types of arthritis are, what each patient has, and then to tailor the treatment strategy accordingly.
That is amazing example you use, Sahil, because now it becomes a lot more real to differentiate between the two, because the way it showed up, one, it happened after the fact, the pain. One, you started with the pain and then it goes away. And that I had no idea of any of this. So thank you for sharing.